You don't know how to do this. So how to make linear inequalities is for you. Linear inequalities are very similar to regular equations, but instead of having an equal sign, we will have less than, greater than, or equal to symbols. Additionally, when we are solving for x and we have a division or multiplication with a negative sign, our inequality will change direction. Also, the answers change. Before we had a unique solution, and here we will have a set of solutions. Well guys, to solve this inequality, we are going to start by isolating the x by moving the -3 to add to the 5. Then we move the 2, that multiplies the x to divide on the other side, leaving 5 plus 3 over 2, which as a result gives 8 over 2, which simplifies to 4. But that is not all, because we cannot leave the answer like this. We have to show it as an interval, and to do this is quite easy. In this case, since we have a greater than, we put a parenthesis and the point for as the start of the interval. Now for our and, since we have no other condition, we will include all the numbers following 4, which we can represent with positive infinity. And we close it with a parenthesis because it is infinity. To solve this inequality, it is the same as the previous one. Let's start by moving the 7 to the other side as negative. Then we move the 3 to the other side to divide. But remember that when we have a multiplication or division with a negative sign, we have to change the direction of the inequality, so the less than or equal to becomes a greater than or equal to. Now that we have isolated x, we are going to simplify. -6 over -3 is 2. Now for the interval, we only have to take the numbers greater than or equal to 2, leaving the 2 at the start with a bracket and infinity at the end. For this exercise, we will start by moving the x's to one side and the numbers to the other. Doing this only leaves us with simple operations. For x minus 3x gives x, and 5 plus 2 gives 7. Since we have the answer, which are all the numbers less than 7, we only have to express it as an interval, which would start with negative infinity, up to the number 7 with a parenthesis, since the 7 cannot be included.
Hey you, subscribe.
In this exercise, we will start by moving the 3 to multiply on the other side. Then we do the multiplication, and move the 1 as negative, and the 2 that multiplies to divide on the other side. After solving the subtraction, we have 14 over 2, which we know is 7. Now for the interval, we have to take all the numbers greater than or equal to 7, leaving our interval with a 7 with a bracket at the start, since 7 is included in this interval, and positive infinity is the end. Now for the last exercise, we will start by doing the parenthesis, multiplying the -2 by 3x and -4. -2 by 3x gives -6x, and -2 by -4 gives 8 positive. Then we move the x's to one side, and the numbers to the other side. We do the additions and subtractions. -6x minus 3x gives -9x, and -5 minus 8 plus 6 gives -7. Now we need to move that -9 to the other side to divide, leaving -7 over -9. And here remember that since the 9 that was multiplying x was negative, it changes the direction of the inequality. And to go to the interval, remember that when the numerator and denominator are negative, we show the fraction as positive. Now our interval will be all the numbers less than 7 over 9, leaving negative infinity as the start, and 7 over 9 with a parenthesis, since it cannot be used as the end.
I got a